Hi. Today I'm going to talk to you about knowing your individual rights and why that's really important. So everybody interacts with police officers and law enforcement and follows laws or breaks laws on almost a daily basis. And I know I always feel super nervous if I get pulled over or I see a cop or anything like that. And the reason for that is because I, just like a lot of people, are not completely versed on my personal rights, and so I feel overwhelmed. Knowing your individual legal rights is important because it protects you from legal entrapment, and it helps you protect others and empowers you to feel at ease with law enforcement because you know what they know. So the three main things is that everyone should know their individual rights. It helps you avoid manipulation from law enforcement or other people and helps you stay out of trouble, and it'll help you help others and help the overall feeling for law enforcement in your community and around you personally, and helps make everything go a lot smoother and feel more comfortable. So everyone should know their individual rights. We all know that we have constitutional rights, but we might not know what every single one of them are or exactly what they really mean legally today. So it helps you in everyday life because there's things that you experience in the everyday that involve your personal rights. I mean, you have the First Amendment, free speech, the Second Amendment, the right to bear arms, controversial but still. And anyways, one of the big amendments is the Fourth Amendment. So I have that shown right here. This is the actual language on the left side. That's what it says in the Constitution. But what a lot of people don't know is that everyone knows that you have to have a warrant to search something. But what people don't know is that if a police officer sees something that could implicate a crime is being committed or has been committed, then they are allowed to search. But they have to be able to see that in plain view without doing any kind of searching to find that thing. And that includes your car. You don't have to let police officers search your car. If they say or ask you for permission to search your vehicle, that means they don't have any cause to search it, and you're allowed to say no. So that includes your trunk and your console and your glove compartment. And a lot of people don't know that, and they assume that if they get stopped in a traffic stop, they have to let the police officer search their car if they ask them to, and that's not true. And that's something that I will touch again on later. Another thing people might not know is that you're allowed to, in a lot of states, or some states, you're allowed to deny a test for a DUI at a traffic stop. In Texas specifically, you're only allowed to deny a field sobriety test, which is the walking the line test or hopping on one foot. But if you deny a blood or breathalyzer test in the field or for a DUI, then there is a penalty in the state of Texas. But you have to know that if you're in Texas or not in Texas. That's important, and that could help you if you don't want to take the field sobriety test or you don't feel like comfortable doing that. Then you're able to say no and there will be no penalty. Or if you try to say no to something else, there will be a penalty. You can get your license revoked for 90 days to up to 2 years just for refusing the test. It helps you, knowing your rights helps you avoid being manipulated. So back to the Fourth Amendment, police officers don't break the law, but they do try to bend the rules of the law in order to find out information. And that includes the search of your home. I mean, if a police officer asks you to come in and search your home, you can say no. It doesn't implicate you in any crime, and it doesn't give them a reason to arrest you. But a lot of people don't know that, and they feel pressured, and because they don't know what they're allowed to say yes or no to. And that pressure leads them to saying, yes, you can come in and search it, because they think they don't have anything incriminating. And who knows, they might find something that you didn't know was illegal or not okay, and you've just opened yourself up to more trouble. Or maybe someone else who's with you has something that you didn't know about, and you've opened yourself up to trouble that you didn't need to. You have to give consent, and if you don't give the consent, then you're fine, but a lot of people don't know that. Moving on, sorry. Anyways, for the third one, it helps other people and yourself. So a lot of people, especially young people, don't really know their rights, and younger people often feel pressured in the face of law enforcement, even though they don't have to. One great example is something that recently happened where an ICE officer tried to arrest 2 illegal immigrants in a vehicle with an American citizen, and it was the American citizen's vehicle. and they only had a administrative warrant, which is different than a judicial warrant. The judicial is on the left, administrative on the right. The administrative just states that there is a that ICE wants to arrest someone and try to deport them, but it is not a warrant from a judge. And since the car was the American citizen's property, he refused that warrant because it wasn't a judicial warrant ordered by a judge, and he had the right to do so. So, in conclusion, knowing your individual legal rights is very important for not only you, but those around you and in the country as a whole. We will all interact with law enforcement and follow laws on a daily basis, and that applies to everyone. By knowing your rights, you can help protect yourself, protect others, and better the community and image of law enforcement. This will lead to a calmer and more peaceful setting to live in and interact in. So I invite every single one of you to just take 10 or 20 or 30 minutes out of your spare time and familiarize yourself with a law or a situation that you might have been unsure of before, whether it be a traffic stop or your rights after an arrest. It's important for you to know, and it's important for others. So spend some time and help better yourself and your environment.